Hi, and welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation brought to you by Dominate Your Day. I started Monday Motivation as a space for many episodes to share inspiring ideas and thoughts for leaders in the workplace. As a former corporate leader, I know what it feels like to need just a boost of inspiration each week. In each episode, I share a topic that will hopefully motivate and empower you. So this month, the month of February, we're focused on powerful partnerships. And today we're going to be talking about productivity and how building bridges to success helps with your team engagement. And team structure really matters. So this week we're going to dive into the world of team structure. Think about your well-structured team as like a well-oiled machine. Each part knows their role and how it contributes to the whole. This understanding not only improves productivity, but it also fosters a sense of belonging and purpose among your team members. When I think of a well-oiled machine and a well-structured team, I think of one of the Q12 questions that comes up. Q12 is an engagement survey by Gallup. And the most common of the 12 questions, it's called Q12 because there's 12. The most common area that teams need to work on, leaders need to work on is role clarity. And I think when you have role clarity, you have a really good team structure. One of the quotes that I love this week when I think about team structure and coming together is from Henry Ford. And he said, coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. So when I look at and think about case studies in this area of team structure, one of the things that popped up was Google's Project Aristotle. It's a landmark study in understanding team effectiveness. I don't know if you've ever studied it, but go read it. What they did for over 2 years is they studied 180 teams and conducted over 200 interviews. And they found that those who were on a team mattered less than how the team members interacted, structured their work, and viewed their contributions. So the most successful teams shared 5 characteristics. And you can probably guess some of these. Some of these might be a surprise, but they're to me, they were common, but you just have to remind yourself. Number 1 is psychological safety. They felt safe in what they could say and how they could respond and how they could share with each other. They also were dependable. They were they could trust each other to get things done, and they knew if somebody said they were going to get something done, they were going to do it. They had structure and meaning. We talked about this earlier, but just really everybody knew their role, and they were very clear on that. And then they also had meaningful conversations, and they made an impact. They felt like what this team did, what the most successful team did, is they felt like they together made an impact. So this discovery has since shaped Google's team building and management approach, and it's led to increased innovation and productivity. So as you're thinking about your team this week or your organization, there's several things that you might want to think about as you think about your team structure and your partnership within your team. So first is kind of doing a little audit and examine your team structure. Is there clarity in the roles and the responsibilities? I think one of the biggest pieces of advice I heard and I share with my clients, my leaders who coach, is every week when you're having your quick connects or your check-ins, just ask your people, are you clear on what we need to get done this week? Is there anything that's not clear to you? Anything I can clarify? It might be just a simple check-in each day if you're in a dynamic environment, or it could be something you do with a team each week. But just make sure, just stop a minute and make sure. And if you're not clear, they're not going to be clear. And then the second thing is identify one action you can take this week to improve or solidify your team structure. What's one thing that you think would help? And it's great to ask them. I like to do in my meetings a check in, a check out. Check in here. How's everybody doing? What do you need? Is there anything that we can do this week to improve our structure? Is there anything we can do together as a team? And then at the end of the meeting, when you check out, did we talk? Is everybody clear on what we decided? And sometimes just asking those 2 questions, bookending your meetings with those 2 questions are so powerful. And then number 3, share your thoughts and insights with your team, and then encourage them. Say, this is what we talked about last week. Here's what I'm thinking, and let's keep the discussion going for improvements. Just doing those simple little things each week or each month when you meet, it will be powerful. And that's the number one thing we hear is lack of clarity. So there's several books that I recommend this week. Smarter, Faster, Better, The Secrets of Being Productive in Life and Business, and that's Charles Duhigg. And then a recommended podcast, of course, I love Adam Grant. So Work Life with Adam Grant. And there's an episode called The Science of High Performing Teams. And I really encourage you to listen to that. And we are so excited that you are here with us today. And I just have one simple favor. Before we wrap things up here, I just would love to see if you could just hit that follow button. A lot of people listen, but they don't hit the follow button. And what that support means is that we will be able to boost the visibility of our podcast, and we'll be able to drop more amazing podcast episodes in the future. So if you can do one thing, just give that follow button a friendly tap. It's the easiest way to get updated when we drop fresh content. But hey, if you can do an extra thing for us and you're feeling a little extra generous, just also share this podcast with a buddy. It's like spreading the love of great conversations. Thanks a million for tuning in and being a part of our podcast community. We can't wait to have you back next time for more exciting chats.